Vectors are so much easier than you think they are. Right here I have a coordinate plane, and on this plane, vectors are basically just arrows pointing to the point. There's a couple ways to write out a vector. The first one is to put an arrow over the variable, and the second is to make the variable bold. I suggest using an arrow because it's a lot easier to check for an arrow than it is to check if a variable is bold. However, whichever method you use, you always need to include these angular brackets. Some people call them chevrons. Vectors always have a magnitude and a direction. You can find the magnitude of any vector using the Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, and you write it out with double bars around the vector. You can find the direction using the inverse tangent of the opposite over the adjacent side, and that's how you find the direction of a vector. Using vector v as an example, we take 4, 3. Using the Pythagorean theorem, we figure out that the magnitude is 5 and the angle is 36.86. However, with the angle, you have to remember one very important thing. These two vectors will give you the exact same angle because of how inverse tangent works. So due to that, you have to make sure you use the right angle. This will be 36.86, and this will be 180 plus 36.86. Whenever you have the magnitude and direction, you can say it as magnitude at direction. So for this, you would say it as 5 at 36.86 degrees. That is all you need to know about the basics of vectors.